Active fluidics is designed to maintain the target pressure inside the eye. The BSS bag is contained within a compartment which is pressurized by electronically controlled paddles. A highlight of active fluidic is the IOP ramp. It controls the rise of IOP within the chamber and it slows down how quickly the anterior chamber pressurizes. It is useful in cases with high myopia. Here we see the lens iris diaphragm retropulsion syndrome occurring in gravity-based fluidics. This causes reverse pupillary block and pain for the patient, and excessive deepening of the anterior chamber makes phacoemulsification difficult. Inactive fluidics with an IOP ramp of 3 seconds and an intraoperative pressure of 26 mm of mercury, which is near physiological IOP, such LADRS can be avoided and a comfortable surgery can be done with very minimal fluctuation of the anterior chamber. This minimal chamber fluctuation helps reduce the stress on the vitreous base, thereby reducing the incidence of retinal breaks. Similarly, the IOP ramp and low intraoperative pressure proves as a handy tool in posterior polar cataracts. It prevents sudden increase of the hydraulic pressure, hence preventing any undue stress on the dehiscent posterior capsule. Low IOP plays a role in safe phacoing in cases with pre-existing PC dehiscence. It prevents the enhancement of the PCR and further vitreous disturbance, thereby maintaining the integrity of the bag and helping us place advanced technology IOLs in such cases. The increased turbulence in gravity fluidics causes progressive intraoperative miosis in cases of intraoperative floppy iris syndrome. But with the availability of low intraoperative pressure and the neuronal feedback mechanism via the pressure sensors, turbulence and post-occlusion surge have been minimized, thereby reducing the incidence of intraop miosis. So this helps maintain a constant pupillary size throughout the surgery. Active fluidics technology is designed to allow the use of much higher fluidic parameters than on gravity fluidics. By pressing the knob, the vacuum can be shifted to linear mode or to reverse linear mode. The advantage here is that during nucleus management, the vacuum settings can be altered between foot position 2 and 3, which provides more control and reduces the post-occlusion surge. Appropriate high vacuum needs to be set for hard cataracts to prevent wound burns. Here we are demonstrating poor holdability due to inadequate vacuum. For hard cataracts, it's mandatory to use at least 600 mm of mercury vacuum, which can be done safely in active fluidics to achieve good holdability and followability. The Interpret Balanced Tip Probe offers optimized energy technology. It generates unique cutting emulsification motion that makes them glide through hard cataracts. With balanced tip, one can reduce the torsional ultrasonic power from a previous maximum of 100% to maximum of 80% even for black cataracts, hereby reducing the cumulative dissipated energy, which in turn reduces the damage to the endothelial cells and hastens post-op recovery. It is important to notice the utilization of high vacuum in nucleus management without much chamber fluctuation for successful outcomes in hard cataracts. Another feature is the irrigation factor. It increases the pressure on the BSS bag to maintain the AC stability, which helps compensate the wound leak and vitreous thrust, and also helps minimize the surge volume. Here we have an irrigation factor of 1, and as we can see while eating away at the quadrant, there is a minimal chamber fluctuation, which is due to the post-occlusion surge. By increasing the surge factor to 1.8, even that minimal fluctuation can be avoided. Active Fluidics has so much subtlety and adjustability to customize each step. So here we have many steps which we can customize, and I have customized the last quadrant removal. Here in this custom mode for the last fragment, I have increased the intraoperative pressure and reduced the phaco energy, as well as converted the vacuum to reverse linear mode to protect the PC. And another feature is the patient eye level. The PEL display lights should be aligned with the patient's eye level on the table for optimal functioning of the fluidic management system in order to maintain the target IOP.